Hello children, welcome back to Rini ma'am's class. Today we are going to start with a new lesson and the name is quality. This is the first part of the lesson. This is a very interesting story. First let us know about the author. John Galsworthy Ohm was an English novelist and playwright. Notable works include The Forsyte Saga and its sequels, a modern comedy and end of the chapter. He won the Nobel Prize in Literature in 1932. John Galsworthy Ohm was born on 14th August 1867 in Kingston upon Thames, United Kingdom, and he died on 31st January 1933, Hampstead, London, United Kingdom. So he was very famous Nobel Prize winner in 1932. He was an English novelist and playwright. I knew him from the days of my extreme youth because he made my father's boots. He lived with his elder brother in his shop, which was in a small by street in a fashionable part of London. This is the story which is basically constructed in London. Youth, the period between childhood and adult age. The author says that he knew the person who made these boots because he used to make the boots of his fathers also. The shop had a certain quiet distinction. There was no sign upon it other than the name of Gessler Brothers, and in the window a few pair of boots. He made only what was ordered, and what he made never failed to fit. So the author describes about that shop which was named Gessler's Brothers. Nothing was written beside that in front of the shop, and in the window only few pair of boots were visible because they used to make the boots as per the order. Distinction, a difference or contrast between similar things or people. And his boots were world famous because whatever or whichever form he made, it never failed to fit. Means they were so exact, not a changes required. To make boots, such boots as he made, seemed to me then, and still seems to me, mysterious and wonderful. Now, what is mysterious? Difficult or impossible to understand. I remember well my shy remarks one day while stretching out to him my youthful foot. Now he says that one remark he passed on when he was stretching out his foot. Isn't it awful hard to do, Mr. Gessler? And his answer given with a sudden smile from out of the redness of his beard, it's an art. So his pronunciation was far more different from the pronunciation what the author made. So the author was very much curious to know from Mr. Gessler that wasn't the work very hard, but the cobbler or the person who made that boots, he said that it is an art. It was not possible to go to him very often. His boots lasted terribly, having something beyond the temporary, some essence of boot stitched into them. Essence, the intrinsic nature or indispensable quality of something. Now, as the boots and the leather quality and the boots quality were so good that it wasn't getting torn off, so going to him was not that frequently. So his essence of the boot, the intrinsic nature or indispensable quality of boot was very, very high. One went in not as into most shops, but restfully as one enters a church and sitting on the single wooden chair waited. Now, going inside the shop was like visiting a church. When you enter there, you have to sit for a while. When all the introspection and everything was inspection and everything was done by the person who makes the boots. A guttural sound and the tip-tap of his slippers beating the narrow wooden stairs, and he would stand before one without a coat, a little bent, in leather apron, with sleeves turned back, blinking as awakened from some dreams of boots. Guttural means produced in the throat, harsh sounding. Now, when he comes down from upstairs, down the stairs he comes, there he makes some different sort of sound, and you can see him just coming down without a coat, but a leather apron was there around him, and his sleeves were back, and he was blinking, and he was awakened from some dreams of boots. Means he was so much passionate about his work that all the while he was thinking about his own boots and coming down to reach the customer. And I would say, "How do you do, Mr. Kessler? Could you make me a Russian leather boots?" Now my query was asking him about how he is and can he make me a Russian leather boots. Without a word he would leave me, retiring whence he came or into the other portion of the shop, and I would continue to rest in the wooden chair inhaling the incense of his trade. Retiring, shy and fond of being on any one's own. Incense, a gum, spice, or other substance that is burnt for the sweet smell it produces. So, without a word, just listening to my interest, which type of boots I want, he would leave and he would just come down and think about it, what I needed. Soon he would come back holding in his hand a piece of gold brown leather. With eyes fixed on it, he would remark, "What a beautiful piece!" When I too had admired it, he would speak again, "When do you want them?" And he asked, "When do you want them?" So he showed the gold brown leather, and when I too had admired, when the author has also admired, means regard with respect or warm approval, means I have approved with this leather, I want my boots to be done. And then he asked, "When do you want them back?" And I would answer, "Oh, as soon as you conveniently can." And he would say, "Tomorrow fortnight?" Or if he were his elder brother, "I will ask my brother." Conveniently, in a way that fits well with the particular needs, activities, and plans. So he says that as conveniently I can make, that is tomorrow fortnight, right? So this is just the first part of the video. We will proceed with few more videos of the same chapter. You need to go through the lesson so that you understand better till the place where we had completed. And homework is, you have to justify the statement and you have to write it in A4 size paper about quality today is quality forever. From this lesson we could get to know that Gessler Brothers boots were so durable, so high quality that if they are made to wear, they were worn for many, many years. So quality today is quality forever. You have to justify the statement and you have to write it in A4 size sheet. And this is a portfolio activity, so you should submit it in the portfolio section.